All right, let's talk about something that I know can be super frustrating for pretty much every English learner. We're going to tackle how to stop that choppy, hesitant reading and start flowing so you sound smooth, natural, and confident.
So, does this feel familiar? You're reading a sentence, and your brain just stops. You hit a word, you hesitate. Maybe you try to translate it in your head. It's so frustrating, right? But listen, you're not alone in this at all. And the best part? It's something you can absolutely fix.
So first things first, let's get into the why. Why does this stop-and-go reading happen in the first place? Because once you understand the real reasons behind it, you're already halfway to solving the problem. When you look at this list, you can kind of see how it's all connected, right? It's like a domino effect. If you don't know a word, you stop to translate it. That habit of translating everything makes you afraid of making mistakes, and that fear, well, it just crushes your confidence. It's a whole cycle. The key is just to see which of these is your biggest hurdle. But here is the most important thing I want you to hear right now. Every single one of these problems can be solved. This isn't about being good or bad at English. It's a skill. And just like any skill, you can build it with the right tools and a little bit of practice. And that brings us to, honestly, a huge mindset shift. The goal here isn't to become a perfect reader who never makes a mistake. The goal is to become a flowing reader. And the secret to that flow? It's not perfection. It's all about confidence. I absolutely love this analogy. Think about it. Flow is about staying connected to the sentence, just like a stream of water. A stream doesn't grind to a halt because it hits a little rock, right? No, it just flows around it. And that's exactly how we want to read. Okay, just listen to the huge difference here. First, the nervous, hesitant reader. The boy was walking through the forest. You can just feel the brakes being slammed on. Now, listen to the flowing reader. The boy was walking through the forest. See? It's smooth, it's connected, and it just sounds natural. That's the flow we're going for. All right, so to get that amazing flow, we've got to pinpoint and fix some of the bad habits that are getting in our way. Let's take a look at the most common things that can totally wreck your reading rhythm. Each one of these is like a little anchor that pulls you back. Reading word by word is just exhausting. But on the flip side, just speeding through without actually understanding what you're reading, that's not fluency either. That's just making noise. Real flow is finding that sweet spot between speed and understanding. So check this out. Here's a super simple but really powerful trick you can start using today. Use your finger or even a pen and slide it under the words as you read. This little physical guide does two amazing things. It sets a steady pace for your eyes, and it stops you from jumping back every time you feel a little bit uncertain. Okay, so beyond just fixing bad habits, we can actively start to train our brains and our eyes to read in a whole new way. The real goal is to stop seeing single individual words and start seeing whole groups of words, whole ideas. The main technique to do this is called chunking. And this rice analogy, it's perfect. Reading word by word is like trying to eat a whole bowl of rice, one tiny grain at a time. Can you imagine? It would take forever. Chunking is like you finally pick up a spoon. You grab these nice, meaningful groups of words and process them all together. So how do you do it? It's easy. Start small. Instead of reading, "The boy was walking," your brain starts to see it as two little ideas.
the boy, and was walking. Just look for those natural phrases. And by the way, punctuation marks like commas, they're your best friends. They're like little road signs telling you where one chunk ends and the next one begins. Okay, here's another technique that is an absolute game changer for so many learners, especially when it comes to getting that natural rhythm and sound. It's called shadow reading. The name sounds cool, but the process is actually really simple. You put on an audiobook or maybe a podcast, and you try to speak out loud at the exact same time as the speaker. You're not waiting for them to finish. You're literally trying to be their shadow, matching their speed, their rhythm, and the melody of their voice. It's an incredible way to train your mouth and brain to work together. So, look, having all these great techniques is awesome, but the real progress, the real magic, happens when you turn them into a habit. So how do we actually make this a part of our daily routine?
How much time do you need to commit? An hour a day? 30 minutes? Nope. You're going to love this. Just 5 minutes. Seriously. 5 focused, dedicated minutes of practice every single day is so much more powerful than one long session once a week. Consistency always wins. So here's your daily game plan. It's so simple. First, find something you actually like to read. It makes a world of difference. Next, use that finger pointer trick to keep the flow going. And then, this one's a biggie. Record yourself with your phone. I know, it feels a little weird at first, but listening back is the absolute best way to hear your progress. It's so motivating. I want you to remember this. Every single time you practice, you're not just reading, you're building. You're laying another brick for your confidence, you're fine-tuning your rhythm, and you're getting one step closer to that amazing, effortless flow. So if you take away only one single thing from all this, let it be this. Let go of the idea of perfection. It's a trap. The goal is not to be flawless. The goal is confident progress. It's about feeling a little more at ease, understanding a little more, and maybe even enjoying it a little more every single time you read. So there you have it. You've got the reasons why it's been a struggle, you've got the right mindset, and you have some really practical tools to use. The only thing missing now is you. So I'll leave you with this one question. What are you going to pick up and read first?